Hey, cousin. We're back at it. What's cracking? You already know who it is. For those of you who don't, I am your favorite cousin Ken. I'm Marie Moses, but everybody knows me as your favorite cousin Ken. I am a spiritual wellness practitioner. I am an energy healer and a transformative speaker. Today we are going to be talking about reducing stress. That's the message. I gotta let you know it's very important. I have a few notes, not many, but I do have a few messages for you all because I had heard some of y'all out there hard-headed. Y'all hard-headed. Y'all not listening. Y'all not paying attention. Spirit is telling you exactly what you need to do. You're getting all the guidance. You're not following the guidance. And that's okay. That's a part of the spiritual growth journey, us doing whatever it is that we want to do. But we have to know that whenever we decide to do whatever it is that we want to do, you might get your butt spanked. You might feel tired. You might feel exhausted. You might feel like giving up. You might feel like there's no end and all of these things. And that's good. That's good. That's how you need to feel. So if you need clarity about anything that's going on in your life, it's relationships or finances, career, personal development, anything. If you need clarity about what is happening in your life, download the free guide. There's always a free guide here available for you. It's a 10-page guide. It's not very long. It might take you 10 minutes to read it. Read it. If you need guidance about any situation, you have support. That's why I'm here. I am Marie Moses. I am a spiritual guide, and I am here to help you along your journey. But even what I say is not going to help you. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, everybody. Even what I say, it doesn't help you. Nobody's going to help you. You can get a lot of messages and readers and prophetess and prophets or whatever it is, okay? They can literally tell you everything. But if you are not listening, if you're not picking up what's being put down, then you're gonna struggle. And I have to tell you this because I have been a spirit guide for years. Thank y'all for the love. I have helped so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people. A lot of you know me from my Can't Be the Light channel. But I will tell you that people are hard-headed. I know y'all. Y'all hard-headed. You don't listen. You don't. And then you keep going back for the same messages. Listen, it's not going to change. Whatever you're receiving, that guidance you're receiving, first you're receiving it. I just want to let you know that you are receiving the guidance from Spirit. It comes to you first. Then you will receive the synchronicity. So that's where you see the numbers and you see all the signs and you see all these other things around you. Then you'll have a guide to come to you. You'll have so many different ways of Spirit trying to get to you for you to get the message. And then something has to happen. And all you spiritual people, y'all know about the tarot moments. Hold on. The tarot moments have to happen. And it's not a bad thing. We're not blaming it on no dark forces and all these demons and devils and all this other type of stuff y'all want to talk about. It's not that. I mean, it may be that. They might come for you. But there's a reason why they do. And this is what I want to help you to understand from a higher perspective, why dark forces exist. The same reason why you have negative experiences is to get your attention so that things can change fast. Okay, whenever you have a negative experience or whenever you have an attack or whenever something negative happens to you, it's because you need to shift and you're not shifting. And a lot of times it takes for something negative to happen in order for us to change. Okay, so I was talking to one of our cousins and she was telling me about, how she was struggling in some different areas, right? And I'm trying to remind her that she doesn't necessarily have a problem. It's just her perspective, the way that she's looking at things. And we all know how manifestation works. It works both ways. So you can manifest an issue or you can manifest your desires, your heart's desires. It can go either way because there is no bad or good. It's neutral, okay? It goes either way. So if you're always thinking about the worst case scenario, problems happening, something gonna go wrong and all of that, then something's going to go wrong. And I don't want to say wrong, but something that you don't want to happen will happen. And it's not because you're being punished. It's to get your attention so you can see that no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're fine. You see, here you go. You're going to be okay. Every situation that is happening in your life, you're going to overcome it. All the things you've been through in the past, all those hardships that you felt like you was never going to overcome, that you prayed about, that's done. It's over with. It's water under the bridge. And all the things that you're going through right now that you feel like are so huge and you're not ever going to be able to come out of, 5-10 years from now, you're going to be saying the same thing. Oh, I remember when I was struggling in this area. Now it's over, because we have cycles. We have to learn about the cycles. And you have to be a student of your life so you can know what cycle you're in. Are you in a harvest cycle? Are you in a cycle for you to be planting? Are you in a harvest or in a cycle where you're supposed to be just resting in the darkness? There are times when you just need to be in the dark. And that can be a long time. And this is the reason why I don't like really doing individual messages anymore, because everybody wants things so fast, and that's not how spirit works. We have to understand that there is seed time and harvest. But we forget about the time that it takes. You have to have the patience. And we don't have the patience a lot of times. And it's our condition, okay? We live in a world where we can literally get whatever we want. And we believe that that's normal, but it's not. It's not. It's very abnormal for you to always get what you want. It's very abnormal for everything to be perfect, for you to look perfect, for you to have the perfect life, for you to have the perfect husband, perfect wife, perfect children. That is not normal. Okay? We go to the grocery stores, we only want the perfect fruit and vegetables, But that's not normal. Farmers will tell you. There are some vegetables that come out with a little spot on it, or it may have a little ding on it or something like that, but we're not used to that. We want it to look perfect, or we just like, I don't want that one. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, microwave mentality, exactly. And this is why we struggle. This is why we struggle, and this is why we have so much stress, especially women. We have so much stress, and I know men too. I know my men cousins, y'all out there, y'all stressing too. Everybody's stressing right now. And that's why I'm here. But we believe that we're supposed to have everything that we want. And remember that the root to all of our suffering is the attachment. So we want everything to be our way. We want everything to be perfect. And then when it's not, we crying in the car like red, because we feel like, well, why can't I have what I want right now? I just want it right now. Because it ain't time. But we say with our mouth, oh, I trust divine timing. I trust in the Most High. I trust in God, or whoever you call the all. I trust in Spirit. I trust in you. I'm following with you. I'm rolling with you. But when Spirit says it's not time and you can't get the thing you want, thank you for the love, then do you turn your back on Spirit and go do whatever you want to do? Yes, you do. You absolutely do. I'm telling you, you do. You say they do? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. We all do it. Okay? But we haven't got our butt spanked enough. You said it's a radio frequency. Listen, you said know thyself. You have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. And you have to realize when you are out of alignment with Spirit. Because if you don't, you're going to be suffering alone, and you're going to feel like you're alone. But it's really not you being alone. It's you just detached from Spirit. You decided that, no, I don't want to wait. I want to do it this way. That mentality and that mindset, let me tell you, it ain't going to work for humanity anymore. It's not working for us anymore. We've had that time where we could just do whatever we want to do. And look at this world. Look at what we have done. Look at what we have done. You say happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. You said first time in your life. Hey, cousin. Welcome to the family. You said sorry about the last post. Raise your frequency. Raise your frequency. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, this is the thing about raising your frequency. You can't raise your frequency if you don't know how to calm down. Thank you. You don't know how to calm down. So most people are saying, oh yeah, I'm a high vibrational person. No, you're not. Your energy is like, that's not a high frequency. No, it's not. It's very low, right? Down there with the worry and the stress and all of that. That's where that frequency is. So this is the reason why we meditate. People will tell you to meditate, but they're not telling you why you meditate. You meditate so that you can learn how to silence your mind. You should not be in meditation still trying to manifest, okay? There's a time for that, visualization and all that. But meditation is you learning how to calm down and silence your mind at a moment's notice. You should be able to do that. And on the spiritual path, thank you for the love, y'all. You are learning that through these different experiences where you feel like you're being stopped or blocked or attacked and all these things are happening to you, but the reason why they're happening to you is so you can learn how to slow down. And we still don't listen. We still don't listen. You said, so how to navigate. You said you got some dark forces at your workplace that always want to pick on you, even if you ignore them. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this. If you feel like some people, they got them dark forces on them at the job. Tell me this. Do you need to leave that job? Just be honest. Just be honest. It's a yes or no question. Do you feel like you need to leave that job? Is it time for you to go? And not because of them. Have you already gotten the guidance that it's time for you to go? Because if you know it's time for you to go and you're still in that place, I just told you that the dark forces are going to come to make you move. Okay? If you sitting real comfortable on your job and you feel like, oh yeah, I'm going to be here, I'm going to stay at this place forever. No, you're not. Your time is up. Your time is up and it's going to get uncomfortable for you. I'm telling you the truth. It's going to be uncomfortable for you to stay where you are. There's a time for you to sit in your comfort zone and you can stay on that job and do what you're doing. And then when it gets so uncomfortable that you can't take it no more, then you move. That's the reason why it's happening. Okay? That's the reason why it's happening. It's time for you to go. And if you don't move, then you're going to be so uncomfortable that something's going to happen to where you're going to move. That's how it works. We don't follow directions as humans. We never have. We always feel like we are so superior to the Most High. We do. And it doesn't work anymore. It's not going to work. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I'm just telling you, this is the message. If you haven't received the message, I'm just here to let you know. If you are on that job and it's time for you to go, it's going to be hard for you to stay. It's going to be hard for you to stay. Just like when you're in a relationship. At first, you can be in a relationship. You can get those little nudges, say, okay, it's time for me to leave. I need to go. I need to, it's time. I can't do it no more. But then you stay. You don't leave. Okay? Well, since you're not moving, it's going to get uncomfortable for you till you get to the point to where you're like, I have to leave this relationship. I can't stay in it no more. You say, I appreciate that. You're welcome. Okay? It's just cycles. That's all. And we can get so comfortable in a position on a job or living in a place or in a relationship or whatever that we don't want to move. Remember, you came here to grow. You didn't come here to make money. We all feel like we came here to make money and now we on this whole business entrepreneurship thing and we feel like we the boss. No, you didn't come here for that. You came here to grow. And if you're not moving through these cycles, then you're not going to grow. And you have a great purpose and you got to get there. So you have to keep moving through the cycles. So if you feel like, you know what, I want to get me another job, you may not know what's next. You may not know, but you do have some kind of guidance from spirit that's going to tell you, start something on the side. Start doing something over here or even start looking for a new job. For me, when I stopped working in 2019, I didn't know what I was going to do. I started my YouTube channel. I told you all this before. I started my YouTube channel, but I wasn't making money from it, but I had a career. So I turned my 2 weeks notice in and I was like, okay, I have my income tax return, $5,000. I said, okay, I'm just going to hold on to this $5,000 and I don't know what's going to happen. But if I need to find me another job, I'm going to find me another job. Sometimes you just got to do something else besides what you're doing. Just put the application in, or just, take one step. Because if you're not taking any steps, it's going to be hard. And we feel like the situation is supposed to change, but it's not supposed to change. It's supposed to change you. The people in your life, your family members, your friends, all this betrayal and stuff we go through, they're not supposed to change for us and be great and perfect. Thank you for the love. It's not supposed to happen like that. It's happening to you so that you can change. But we don't want to change. We don't want to. You said, thank you so much. I really needed this. You're welcome. You're welcome. So for that person on the job, just know, we have dark forces. They do all kind of crazy stuff in the spirit realm and the physical. You just have to know how they work. When you know how they work, then you can do what you need to do. Okay? Don't worry about them. They can't do nothing to you. Nothing. They cannot do nothing to you. The only thing they can do is annoy you, like a stray cat. Or having some rodents in your house. That's what they are. They're just annoying. So you have to know how to remove them, just like you remove rodents. You have to remove yourself, or you have to remove them. Either way, all right? And then it's over. No, it's no big deal. So it's just time to go. It's just time to go. That's all. And be okay with movement. We get so comfortable where we are. We get comfortable in relationships. Relationships end, y'all. Everything is going to end. And when it's time to end it, then you have to be okay with moving on, because what will happen is you'll get so stressed out because you're carrying the burden on your own. And your prayers, you're praying for things to change. And I just told you, the things are happening for you to change. It's not supposed to change for you. So Spirit's like, okay, you really the answer to your own prayer. You really can change the situation. You really can. And that's for everybody listening. You can change whatever situation you are in whenever you're ready. If you are a stressed out person, you got a lot of stress on you. Why? Why so? Oh, you can't stop. Oh, you won't stop. Okay, I just told you what's going to happen. I told you what's going to happen already. Don't be surprised. And BTW, for all my new cousins, when y'all hear what I say, you can't unhear it. Okay? So you know the truth. And everybody knows what they need to do. Everybody does. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. Look, everybody knows what they need to do. We all know. But we don't want to because it's uncomfortable. It's scary. And, all these feelings come up. And I get it. I understand. I've been through so many different cycles and ups and downs. And even right now, I go through things right now. But it doesn't give me the excuse not to move when I know Spirit is guiding me to do what I need to do. I just cannot make excuses. And I know that if I do, I'm going to suffer. So you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So, all right. So we're talking about reducing the stress. All of you who are here, all the ladies that are here, thank you for the love. Y'all know about spiritual alignment class. Most of you do. For those of you that don't, join us in spiritual alignment class. If you're a woman out there and you are struggling and you are stressed, it's because you are spiritually disconnected. All right? You can be getting the guidance. You're not picking it up. Bottom line. If you feel like you are stressed out in life, you need to get in alignment with Spirit and get in alignment with your assignment. Not with the money, not with whatever else you're doing, not what the family say you need to do, and all that stuff. With the source, which is the creator, God, force, source, whatever you call it. All right? You're carrying all the burden. It's for men too. You are carrying all of the burden because you're doing what you want to do. That's all it is to it. And whenever you are ready to stop doing that, then you will get into alignment. But the first thing you got to do is slow down and stop what you're doing. But we don't want to do that, do we? You said, thank you for this, my good sister. You're welcome. You are very welcome. Join us in spiritual alignment class. If you're struggling with being consistent, if you're struggling with being disciplined, if you're struggling with self-awareness and those things, you have support. It's a 4-week commitment to yourself. Commit to yourself for 4 weeks. You can do it. All right? and start to develop some habits that are going to put you into alignment with the source. Because believe it or not, there are things that you must do. I know that we were raised to believe that all we got to do is pray and everything is going to be okay. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. Because after you pray, you're going to receive instruction. And this is another reason why you meditate, because that's where you get your answers. But if you can't slow down, then you can't receive your answers. And those of you that are slowing down, you know what I mean. Because when you're forced to slow down, then all that you need to know becomes so clear. You know everything. You say, oh, it makes so much sense now. I was able to do this and this and this and this. Oh, but you wasn't doing that when you had all the money. You wasn't doing that when you had the car, when you had the things, when you had all the stuff. So then things start happening and now you got to slow down and now you get the clarity and you do the things you're supposed to do. You're not being punished. Hey, cousin. Hey, Courtney. You're not being punished. There is no punishment. But you are being slowed down because when you have the free will to do it, you're not doing it. And for those of you that I'm talking to, you have a great purpose. Everybody else can run crazy and wild, and they gonna run crazy and wild. But if you on this live and you hear what I'm saying, you have a great purpose, which means that you have an appointment, an assignment. You came here to do something, and your life is going to impact the lives of thousands, if not millions of people. So you playing this game past the expiration date, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard for you. You said, love your accent. Where you from? I got an accent. I'm from Kansas City. No, wait, I try to put it on. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas. Okay. Everybody who hear Kansas City, they always think you're from Kansas City, Kansas. There's two. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. You said, oh, I thought you were Dominican. Dominican? No. Dominican. No, just Nuckin. You said that part because it's the truth. It is the truth. Okay, so monitor your growth. All right, monitor how you feel. Monitor your progress. Monitor what you're doing. Take the time, to be a student of your own life. There's nothing more important than this. And I know that in the forefront of your mind, all you're thinking about is survival. That's just the way that we have been programmed to do things. Just you're thinking about survival. You're thinking about what you want to do. But your life is about more than survival. And our Creator will take care of you. Our Creator will take care of things. Do you believe that? I know you're going to say yeah. I know you're going to say yeah, okay? I am Marie Moses. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say yes with your mouth. And as sure as this live is over, you're going to find a way to go out there and do something. You're going to find a way to go do something when you should be sitting on your wazoo. You say, yes, you believe. If you believe it, you're going to have to walk it like you talk, especially on the spiritual path. When you get to growing spiritually, you're going to have to walk it like you talk. You say you want to start selling food. Okay, if you want to start selling food, then start doing that. Just do it a little bit at a time. You can keep your job. I'm not going to tell you to stop what you're doing to sell food. You can still do both. But just do a little bit on the side and work your job full time. That's how you do it. And then there will come a time where you will transition and you will stop working on the job and then you'll do what you're doing full time. That's how it goes. But most people never start that thing on the side. You know, Spirit's guiding you to start that little shop or start this business or do this thing. In the new world, you have to add value. So there is a time when you will help other people in their company or with their goals or with their purpose or whatever they do. There's a time for that. And then there's a time for you to add value and people will come and help you. So whatever it is that you're being guided to do, you're past the point of helping other people. You could have been on a job for 10, 20, 30 years already. You already been doing it for years. It's time for you to start something new so you can get into your purpose. It's time. It is time. Hey, cousin. Hey, y'all. You said exactly, keep my job. Keep the job. You don't have to let the job go. I didn't let my job go completely. I had a plan. So what is your plan? What are you being guided to do? I don't care if it's just sitting down and coming up with the blueprint or coming up with the outline. That's the most important part. But most people won't take the time out to say, okay, what do I want to do? This is how you become a student of your life. You check in with yourself. Okay, I don't like this, right? Whatever it is that you do, I don't like doing this. That's cool. But what do you want to do? What do you like? Figure that part out. And if you say, I want to sell food, okay, how do I go about doing it? There's steps to do it. There's steps to take because there's people already doing it. So obviously it can be done. Whatever it is that you want to do, it can be done. And even if you're the first one to do it, you're the trailblazer. You'll get all the instruction when you sit down and get the guidance. Thank you. Thank you for the love, y'all. Thank you. It's the truth. You said for sure. It's the biggest test of faith in my life or in your life. Stand strong and your belief in God will show up. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to see who the believers are. Everybody say they're a believer or not. And that's the reason why even the Bible says in the last days, those same people, they'll be saying, oh, didn't I do this in your name? Didn't I do that in your name? You didn't do nothing in the name of the Lord. Lord to y'all and parent to me. But you didn't do nothing for the creator, the source, the force. You did whatever you wanted to do. And because you made money from it, you felt like you were successful. Bye-bye. He gonna say, bye-bye. I never knew you. Never knew you. You did what you wanted to do. My children, listen to what I said. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to go through a lot of suffering. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not easy being on this path and connecting to the source. You have to be developed. You have to be purged. And the Bible talks about being scourged, chastised. You're going to go through the fire. I'm just letting you know that because a lot of times we don't hear that. The church ain't teaching you about the fire you got to go through. All it's saying is praise the Lord. God is good, as God is great. And let us take it for the food ain't a man. And can I get a hello? No. They ain't telling you about how you have to suffer. They're telling you that because Christ came, you ain't got to do nothing. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. You may not die a physical death, but I promise you're going to die a spiritual death. You're going to die a spiritual death many times, and you're going to get up, and you're going to be renewed many times. Many times. Y'all can see me. Y'all have seen my transformation. I didn't do this on my own. Spirit did this to me. Look at me. Spirit did this to me. I did not want to be on this path. This lifestyle, it chooses who it chooses. That's why I said everybody is not chosen. Everybody calling themselves chosen and calling themselves the elect and they saying they do it. No. They can be bought. No. You'll be tested. Spirit take all your money away from you. Thank you. You won't have no car. You won't have the money. You will have nothing. You'll get all of it and then you lose it all. And then what will you do? That's a test of faith. If we talk about a test of faith, you barely have what you need in life. You feel like you don't know if you coming or going. That's a test of faith. To see what are you really going to do? Are you going to go back to the old way of living and trying to do everything on your own? Or are you going to trust and believe that Spirit will make things work for you? I just had this conversation with my son. My oldest son is on his own, and I'm thankful and grateful he don't call me for nothing. Sidebar, y'all know y'all my cousin. I'm going to put y'all in my business. But this boy can work. I mean, that's all he do is work. It's the Taurus. It's the Taurus. He don't know nothing else but work. I'm thinking to myself, like, why do you work so hard? You working, what is wrong with you? Like, that's all you think about all day is money and work. He don't care about nothing else. Literally, he don't. And I have been trying to get this through his head since he first got his first job as a teenager. Relax. It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to work so hard. So yesterday, or was it the day before? He called me. He's like, Mom, something wrong with my car won't start. I said, what's wrong with it? I said, the light's coming on. He's like, no, the lights ain't coming on or nothing. I said, okay, something wrong with the battery, something going on with the battery. So, I sent the tow truck people out there and check it and give them a jump or whatever. And that didn't work, and it was just a whole big thing or whatever. But he had just left the restaurant getting his food, and he had to wait for the tow truck to come before they actually came. So he went next door to Barnes & Noble's, had his food, sat in Barnes & Noble's, waited for the tow truck to come, ate his food. I said, look at you having you a little day to yourself. Look at you having a little solo date. I said, you probably would have never did that if you had that car running. He's like, Mama, why every time something happens, you always try to tell me I need a rest? I said, because you do. You do. You really do. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And then I asked him, I said, the last conversation we had about you taking time to yourself and making sure you spend time working on your business, because he want to work on his business and his clothing brand and stuff like that. I said, did you make time to do any of those things since the last time we talked? And that was probably a month or so ago. He said, I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't take no time to do the things that I told you to do, or I ain't telling him to do it, okay, because he a man. But we talked about it. And if he come to me, that means he needs some guidance. So I gave it to him. I said, did you do anything we talked about? He said, no, but you ran up there to Kansas City, though. He just came back from Kansas City. I said, okay. See, you going and doing all this other stuff out here, and you supposed to be working on yourself, and you didn't do that. He said, yeah, you're right. You're right, I know I'm right. I know I'm right. Okay? He said, but I got to pay my car note. I got to do this. I got to do that. And none of that. I said, Deshaun, you only can do what you can do. What you can't do, why are you worried about things you can't do nothing about? Thank you for the love. He's worried about things like you can control certain things. So what you can control, you do something about that. And what you can't control, you have to just be like, okay, what can I do? My car no due in this many days. I got to do this and that and that and this. I said, let me call and talk to them. Let me talk to the people. He said, Mom, I can't have you calling talking to them. I'm a grown man. I said, boy, let me call and talk to these people and talk to them. And you know me being me. Hello. Hi. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm calling on behalf of my son. He was on a 3-way call. We talking to this man, I'm telling him about everything, telling him about what's going on with the car. We done got the car note lowered down. He done forgave everything that my son owed. He ain't got no past due balance, okay? He's like, okay, we just go ahead and wipe away what he owed. He need to make a payment on this date. I'm going to give him to this time to make his payment so he can get the car fixed, and we're going to lower his car note by $100. But he out there running around trying to get the money to do this and this and that. I said, Deshaun, you ain't always got to do that. You don't. And then you don't want no help. He say he won't help, but he really don't want help. I told you it's the Taurus. They lie and say they won't help. They really don't. They want to do everything. They're controlling people. And I just let him do whatever he gonna do. And when he come to me and ask me for help, okay, I can help you. But he was able to see it. He was like, yep, that was spirit telling me. You can run around and try to do it on your own, but you're gonna stress yourself out. But when you sit down and let me do it, I can do more than what you can do. And he's seen that for himself. He had to see it for himself. And that's why I'm telling you, things will happen in life. And it's not a punishment. It's just so you can see the things you need to see, because you're not going to see it will happen in life. And it's not a punishment. It's just so you can see the things you need to see, because you're not going to see it no. They do. They need us, but they feel like they don't. They feel like, oh, I got it under control. I'm a man, especially that Taurus energy. I'm telling you, my mama was a Taurus, my brother, my oldest son. I got so many Taurus people around me. I know them like the back of my hand. And I know all you got to do is just let them do whatever they want to do. They're going to fall out on the ground. They going to fall out on the ground. You said that's a lesson you still learning. We all learned it. We all learned it. Baby, that's the baby of the zodiac. Next to the Aries, that Taurus. Baby energy. Let them fall out. Then when they come back, you just, okay, do you need some help now? Okay. But they think they know everything. And teenagers, and he's not even a teenager, he's 22. But my daughter, she's a teenager. They're the same way. She got her car, she feel like she know it all. Girl, go know it all. Go know it all. I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. And when you need some help, I'll be right here. And I'm going to be saying the same thing. You don't have to work so hard. We live in a world where we are learning to live as spirits. We are learning to live as I don't want to say nothing spooky because I don't want to scare nobody, because I know Christian people be watching, but you know how we always say that you're not a body, you're a spirit having a human experience. This is true. We say this, but we don't understand that that's a lifestyle. We still want to live as humans, but we're not. You're not the body. You are not the body. You have a soul that is inside the body. This is your GPS, okay? You have the body, the soul, and the spirit, all right? The soul is always giving you all this guidance. That's where all your messages is coming from, your personalities and all that stuff is coming from your soul, deep within. Your responsibility is to get the lower aspect of you, which is your body, in alignment with the spirit, which is the highest aspect of who you are. And you do that by listening to that guidance that's coming from your soul. Join us in Spiritual Alignment class. Okay? If you need support, join us. But we don't listen to that guidance from our soul. Our soul is always sending us this guidance and all this all the time. But we ignore that and we follow that lower nature, what we need, what we want to do, and all these things. And then we just get so exhausted because we're following that guidance from our lower nature. And it's always going to send you on this run around, wrap around. It's like it never ends. It never ends. But the soul is going to be guiding you to calm down. Go for a walk. Go sit outside. You're getting that guidance now. A lot of people are picking it up now because they can't take no more. But you can live this lifestyle where you don't have to wait until things start going wrong in order for you to sit down. Like I was just saying about my son, how he sat down and had him a little lunch date at Barnes & Noble. He could have easily just went up to the Barnes & Noble and took his food and did that on his own. But he had to wait until something happened to where now he's like, all right, well, let me just chill. I can't do nothing. And I'm like, do you take your breaks like we talked about? Because you're supposed to be taking breaks from working. Because he literally can work all day long. He said, yeah, Mama, I came home yesterday and took me a nap. I said, you came home yesterday, took you a nap, but you went right back out there and started working again, didn't you? He said, yeah, I did. I already know he laughing. Don't be laughing at me. I know what it is. So the more we work, we are not aligning with that aspect of us, the spirit. You're not aligning with that. Because when you align with the spirit, you can do things sitting right here in one spot, more things than you can do running around this whole entire planet in the physical. Spirit, in the spirit realm, we know that there are forces on the other side, okay? We might get a little spooky spiritual, but it's okay, all right? You gonna be all right. Just stay with me, okay? All the religious people, just don't leave, okay? But there are spirits on the other side, and they're not all bad. It's just like in the physical. You have negative forces in the physical. You have negative forces in the spiritual. You got good forces in the spiritual. You have good forces in the physical. It's the same. As above, so below. Okay? Now, when we're learning how to connect to this spiritual aspect of who we are, we're connecting to this unseen realm. You're connecting to the unseen. So you can literally, in your mind, do things and you don't even have to move. Listen, it's so important for us to get into this energy. We're saying that we understand it, but we don't. And this is the reason why most people are struggling, because they're still trying to live as a human. I'm just a human. You're not just a human. They told you that, but it's not true. You say that lower nature keeps us in trouble. It does. And I had to have this conversation with my teenage son about him you have literally two minds, your higher self, your lower self. All of those cravings and desires and all that stuff that's for your lower nature, okay, it always comes down here. It comes from down here. But you have to learn how to allow your higher self to guide you instead of the lower nature. We all start off allowing our lower nature to take us this way and that way. We all do that. But when you are on your path of growth, you want to grow, you want to become the greatest version of you like everybody's doing. Okay, you submit to your higher self instead of allowing your lower self to get everything that it wants like a child. Because that's what it is. It's childish. And it's the same thing when it comes to our life. We are very childish. We feel like I have to do, I want, I need, I'm going to have, okay? And then we get everything we want and we still are not satisfied. We still feel like crap and trash after you get everything you want because you're not in alignment with the spirit. I'm not going to say it's not optional. It's optional. Thank you, Spirit. We have a choice. You can live as your spiritual self or your lower self. It's your choice. But as the vibration of this world changes and it's going to continue to rise, you're not going to make it. You won't make it because you're not going to be able to run fast enough. You're not going to be able to work fast enough. You're not going to be able to outwork or speed past the pace of this planet. It's going to be tough for you. It's going to be tough. And a lot of women that I'm working with now in spiritual alignment class, they're losing their jobs. They're losing things are not working out for them anymore. And I'm here to let you know it's not a bad thing. It's slowing you down because you won't slow down any other way. And it's the same thing for men too. All that money that people were making, they ain't making money like that no more. It's getting really, really tough for everybody. Everybody is feeling this squeeze because it's time for us to slow down. Slow down with the spending. Slow down what you're doing. Slow down what you're going and all those things. But we refuse to do it. So something has to happen. Something has to happen. And that's just what's happening right now. So just know you're not alone. All right. And it's your responsibility to control yourself. And if you don't, and things start happening, don't automatically assume that, you're being destroyed or attacked or something like that. It's for your good. It really is. It's just like a parent, when a parent doesn't give a child everything that they want, it's not because they can't. A lot of times it's so that they will learn what it feels like to work for things, what it feels like to, be responsible. We don't have that. A lot of people don't. And I'm saying we because we're a collective, but I know I do. Okay. Y'all know I've been through that 5 years. I took years off from work. And, we just have to learn how to slow down. When we don't, we suffer. That's just what it is, okay? So on my paper here, the notes are to monitor your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. When you are taking time to meditate, I don't really like to use that word because a lot of people will go in thinking that they have to do something and they have all these thoughts coming towards them and all these, distractive thoughts. Just spend time in silence. Just make sure you prioritize your silent time. It's very important because when you do that, you're able to clear your mind. So you have all these things going on in your mind. Your mind is processing everything. What you're looking at right now, what you're going to continue to look at, what you're going through, everything. Your brain is just always processing things. When you slow down and you allow your mind to take a break, then you're able to clear out all of this gunk that's going on in your head. All right. So monitor your thoughts and don't push it down. Observe the thoughts. Remember, we're here making observations and adjustments. So you observe the thoughts that you're having and adjust them. Okay. But if you're always going to move, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to think every thought is yours. You're going to claim every thought is your own, and it's not. Every thought is not your own. You decide what thoughts you want to have. You decide what thoughts you don't want to have. And if you're having a bunch of thoughts that are coming at you very fast that you don't want to have, That's an issue. That's an issue. And it will not stop. It will only get worse the more you move. The faster you move, the more those thoughts are going to come towards you, and you're going to feel like you're losing your marbles. So slow down. All right? Slow down. And Spirit will give you the guidance. If you need support, women only, join us in spiritual alignment class. All right? I can help you through that. Now, monitor your feelings and emotions. So whatever you're feeling at this time, you have to be aware of how you feel, and don't push your feelings down. If somebody is making you feel some type of way, you have to do something about that right away. And I don't care who it is. You have to do something about it. Either you remove yourself or you remove them. It has to happen. You don't have to tolerate people making you feel some type of way, or, people making you feel bad. No, you're already going through a lot within you. You have to eliminate all the external, and that's easy to do. You can easily eliminate the external so you can focus on what's going on inside of you. Okay? You said peace and thank you. You're welcome. Okay. The next thing, which is what I was talking about, monitoring your environment, is very important. Where are you going? You going to the club? You going to the bars? They blowing smoke on you? You drinking? You smoking? What's going on? What are you doing? Because we want to have a peaceful life, but our environment is not conducive for peace. There's no peace coming on, okay? You got to create the environment of peace. Peace is a choice. So you going down to mama and them house and everybody house, and they turning up and doing all this loud music and all this cussing and all that type of stuff. You don't want no peace if that's the environment you're going to. You don't want to live a peaceful life. Just like people who say, oh, I want to eat better, I want to eat clean, but you down there eating a Burger King and Popeyes. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because when you want something, you're going to do what you have to do to align with what it is that you want. Your actions have to align with what it is that you say that you want. So if you want to live a stress-free life, then you're going to have to remove the things that are causing you stress. You're going to have to put yourself in an environment to grow. Okay? Hey, cousin, if you want to grow, I can't tell you what to do. If you want to grow, if you want to live peacefully, it's your responsibility. And doing those things we used to do in our 20s, we had our time to turn up and we doing all this, okay? When we were younger, that was acceptable. Now, especially those of us that are in our 30s and 40s, it's time to lock in. It's time to lock in. Your partying days and all that type of stuff, look, do what you want to do. I ain't telling you what not to do. But just don't say you want a peaceful life if you ain't trying to be in a peaceful environment. That's it, okay? Next, monitor your habits. What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you doing? I just said this. What are you not doing? Because there's also things that you should be doing, and you should be doing them, but you're not doing them. That's an issue. That's an issue. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I can't do it no other way. Even if you say, oh, this is good for me. Like some people want to run to the gym, say, oh, going to the gym is good for me. No, it's not. Not if you're doing it excessively. No, it's not. You're doing all this rigorous hard work and all this type of stuff. It's not good for you. It's not good for your nervous system at all. I don't know who told you that. I'm just letting you know. You can go a few times a week, but some people go every day. Some people go 2 times a day. Look, okay, that's an issue. That's an issue, all right? So you can do some good things, do them a little bit too much, and that can be an issue. So monitor that too. What you're drinking, what you're eating. Remember, the food that you eat can cause you to think a certain type of way. And even if you are vegetarian like me, or, vegan, whatever you call yourself, you can still eat some things that can make you feel and think a certain type of way. Because we all know that something can say that it's organic and it ain't organic. But you should know yourself enough to know, okay, this is not what they say it is. But most of the time it is. If you eat organic, like I eat organic, most of the time, 90% of the time, it is organic. So the more you can eat organic, the better. All right? If you eating GMO food, you have to know that food is going to make you feel a certain type of way. If you're still eating meat and putting that dead flesh in your body, those hormones are going to make you feel a certain type of way. If you're getting the guidance to eliminate that or cut it down, This is your choice. It's your choice. But if you decide, no, I can't do this, I want to have this, I can't do that, then that's the reason why you're living a stressful life. It's a lot of times it's your actions, okay? So you said, where am I from? Where am I from? I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. So that's the message, all right? Take your time, slow down. You're going to be fine. But you got to pay attention to how you feel if you want to stay in the game. All right? I don't want none of my cousins out there losing your mind and dropping your marbles. You got to have them. You got to have them. And I'm not saying you shouldn't work, because you do need to work. Work is very important. But how much are you working? And what are you working on? Because if you are just working to make money, then you're not really doing anything. You're just going in a circle. If you're just working every single day, y'all already know how that trap goes. You can make thousands and thousands of dollars in your lifetime working on the job just to get to 60 and 70 years old and not have a dollar in your bank account. So what did you really do? What did you really do? You said you seem so familiar, like someone I went to school with in Connecticut. No, I don't think I've ever been to Connecticut, but people tell me that all the time. I used to tell people I've been here before. That's why I feel like you know me, because I've been here many times. You said I clicked in as fast as you said I need to slow down. You're right. Yes. Slow down. It's okay. You are not alone. We feel like we are alone because you might not physically see support, but your support is in the spirit realm. You have support. You have angels. You have guides. Spirit can send you so much support, and whatever it is that you're working hard on, it can be handled in a minute, in a day. Like I was just telling you about my son. He working hard, trying to get money to pay for his car note and pay for the past due and this and that. And then I make one phone call and the past due is forgiven, and he got $100 off his car note every month. So he doing all this working. You don't have to do that. You don't. And you know what the man told me when I was talking to him on the phone, cousin? He said, I normally don't even be giving nobody no help like this. I don't even know why I'm giving you so much help, but I feel like God put it on my heart and told me to help this young man. He's trying to do his best, because my son, he's in school to be an electrician. So he is doing his best. He said, I'm trying to help this young man, this young black man, and he's doing his thing, and I just want to help him out, and I don't even be doing stuff like this. I said, well, I appreciate you. I really do. I really do appreciate. People, all they want to hear is that you appreciate. I said, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, let him talk. Let him keep on talking. Okay. And then he was like, well, it was good to talk to you. He said, what's your name? I said, Marie. He said, Marie what? I said, Moses. He started cracking up laughing. He said, I knew God put it on my heart to help this young man. I said, thank you. He's one of those mean men. He sounded like he was from New York or something. Baby, he was so loud. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need that. I said, okay, yeah, we need to calm down. Calm down, sir. Sir. Calm down, sir. But I'm saying all that to say, when you lock in with spirit, things happen for you. It just happens for you. You think you need help from people. You don't need help from people. You think you need money. You don't need money. You need access, you need support, you need resources, you need some approvals. Spirit can do all of that. All of it. Read the Bible sometime, or read, whatever religious book you read. And you'll see how spirit used to move miraculously. I think we forget about that. But just, read Matthew. Start with Matthew. Yeah, just let it play in the background. And then you see all the things that Yahshua used to go around doing. And it's like, you can see the hand of spirit moving. Just like that. Spirit can change the heart of a person, the mind of a person, a whole situation. And we sit up here trying, I got to make it work. I got to make it work. Man, you can't do what spirit can do. You can't. All you're going to do is just wear yourself out. And that's a good thing. Wear yourself out. Go ahead. You said, I've slowly been learning this lesson. Thank you for the reminder. Your voice is so soothing. You're welcome. You're welcome. And we all need to be reminded, because I'm telling you, I'm in it with you. I'm in it with you. There's so many things that I want to do. There's so many plans and so much that I've been given and all these things. Hold on. I've been given so much of the assignment, and it's just like, okay, I'm ready. And Spirit's like, no, not yet. I'm like, I'm ready. But it's not time. And you have to think about divine timing. And I heard this guy talking about this yesterday. When it comes to divine timing, you have to think about like an airplane. When you're getting ready to take off, you know, you're just sitting there and you're just waiting for the airplane to take off. And you're like, come on, look, chop, I'm ready to get up in the air. Put me up in the air. But you're just sitting there. And so you just see ahead of you straight forward, or you're looking out the window and you're just like, all you can see that there's no movement, or all you can see is just, you know, straight ahead. But Spirit can see the whole entire situation. What the pilot is doing. They may be putting more luggage on the plane. You know, there's air traffic control, has to make sure everything is clear. There's so many things that are going on behind the scene that you don't see. All you know is that I'm ready to go. Come on. And you're just sitting there, or things are not moving the way you want them to move, but there's a reason why. And Spirit teaches us patience by not always giving us the things that we want or feel like we desire, because it's not time. It's just not time. You said heavy on divine timing. It's so important. We got to respect divine timing. Just like I said, we have to respect the dark and the light and the spiritual force, or the forces in the spirit. It's the same thing when it comes to our Creator. We have to learn to respect divine timing. Those of us that are called. And if we don't learn it, then we really just going to suffer ourselves. But when we see that literally you have everything you need. You do have everything you need. When you slow down, you're just like, I may not have what I want, but I'm good. I got everything I need. You can slow down and you can feel the gratitude. And that is the cheat codes to raising your vibration. One of our cousins was saying, raise your vibration. The cheat code to raising your vibration is gratitude. But it's so easy to get out of gratitude when we're thinking about what's next, what we want to do. Come on, you know. We step away from gratitude. You said sitting around pouting to Spirit. Right. Can't see what's going on behind the scenes. We don't see it. And there's so many things that Spirit is preventing us from having to go through. It's just like, wait a minute, just slow down, you know, especially for those of us that, you know, are waiting for divine partnership, because a lot of us know we're going to be in a divine partnership. We've been talking about this for years. You're going to be in a divine partnership, but you're not going to sabotage it. Spirit is not going to allow you to sabotage it with your control, with all the ways that you act and all the things that you do right now. No, Spirit's going to get you together first. You think that you need to get yourself together. No, you just need to submit. Yeah, submit. Let me get out here. Y'all know I get to getting tongue-tied when I be on too long. But that's what it is, all right? Spirit got to get you right first before you get into that partnership, because it's not just about you and this person getting together and living happily ever after. You have work to do, and you're still going to be learning from this person. You're going to be learning lessons about love, and many people struggle when it comes to love. A lot of people want partnership. This is a sidebar and I'm going to go. A lot of people want partnership because of what it's going to be to them. They feel like, oh, I want a relationship because this person is going to be this to me. But you don't even know that a divine partnership is coming to heal aspects of you that are not healed. You can't do it on your own. You have to be in partnership to do this. And it's not comfortable, just like you're not comfortable now learning lessons by yourself. There are going to be times in your partnership where you're not going to be comfortable, but you have learned how to slow down and compromise and have compassion for others and for yourself. So you're going to be able to work through it instead of saying, this is done, it's over, I don't want to be with you, you're not this, I want that, you know. You're going to learn how to stick it out. You said, get me right, Spirit. Spirit gonna get you right. Spirit gonna get you right. I remember me saying, oh, I'm ready for a relationship. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for that. Baby, I was not even close to ready. That was years ago. Y'all know I've been on this thing since, 2018, talking about this. And all the growth that I had to go through, I heard that there was a partner for me way back then. And look at all the growth that I had to go through. So if I was sitting there flicking the time and counting through the calendar, man, I'll be straight up crazy right now. Because it's taken so long and I've had to go through so many cycles, but I know what I know. I know that I am a wife. I know I am created to be in a partnership with a man. I heard years ago when me and my ex split that I needed to leave that relationship and there was somebody better for me and to help this man. Who is the man? I don't know. But that was way back in 2017. I heard it then. And I believed it. And I still believe it. But I'm waiting for Spirit. But all the work Spirit had to do on me to get me to be the woman that I need to be. That takes years. And I'm sorry to bust your bubble because you're going to scroll down your timeline and people going to be telling you, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. But remember, when you're getting a message from the spiritual realm, it can be past, present, future. And there's no time. There is no time. Time exists in this realm. It doesn't exist in the spirit. So it could take forever. It's going to take as long as it need to take for you to get your act together and for that person to get their act together and his spirit bring y'all together. That's how long it's going to take. It could take years. You can hear a person telling you that, thank you, cousin. I see y'all doing spiritual alignment class. Join the spiritual alignment class because I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. And I do private sessions, but only for women in spiritual alignment class. So, yes. You said, do I have a group to join? Yes. Spiritual alignment class. That's where we're at. Courtney knows. Everybody know. That's where you'll find me. You may not see me here all the time, but I'm always in spiritual alignment class helping ladies that are really serious about getting themselves together. It's so important. It's so important. Everything that you want, your relationship, your business, success, all that is going to be built on a solid foundation. And that solid foundation is you. You got to get yourself right first. Okay? You say, how can you get to the class? Click on my picture up here at the top and go to the link that says Spiritual Alignment Class. And everything is online. So even though I'm here in Atlanta, everything is online. Commit to yourself for 4 weeks. You can do it. You can do it. Let Spirit get you together. If you have support, but you got to be ready to let go. Because if you're not ready to let go, you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste your money and everything else. You have to be ready to change. And a lot of people are not, and that's okay. And then some people leave and come back, and that's fine too, because there is no wrong. There is no wrong. We're all on this journey, but you don't have to do it by yourself, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to support you on your journey. Ladies, all you means, y'all go find y'all some men to go and partner with and y'all heal together, because that's the only thing y'all gonna listen to anyway. Excuse me. Listen to another man. Y'all go heal yourself. Okay. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. I'm always here. Let me get off of here before I keep fumbling. Y'all know this light right here. I be feeling like a piece of KFC chicken. I got to get out of here. I can't be on this thing all the time. I don't know how people sit underneath these lights all the time like this. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Okay, thank you, Courtney. Thank you for the love. Yes, y'all have a blessed day, too. I love y'all so much. I really do love y'all. I'm praying for y'all every day. Y'all already know. I'm sending that healing energy to the planet every day. So I'm on my job, and I ain't got to run around the world to do it. Bloop. What did he say? Bloop. All right, cousin, I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. Oh, the live replay will be on YouTube. So if you want to catch any of the live replays, it's on YouTube at the Lighthouse Women of Virtue. That's where you'll find all the live replays for all of our cousins over on YouTube. Make sure you come over to TikTok. It's I Am Marie Moses on TikTok for right now. And yeah, go to both. Follow both. Because that's where I'll be. All right, cousin. I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.